Karina, hi. It's such a pleasure to chat with
Hi.
you. I'm so excited to take this
Likewise,
time.
Allison. Thank you. Oh, dude, likewise. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I'm Allison. I'm here in the Hudson Valley on WRRV. And first off, I want to talk about how I love your energy, your realness, your vibe, and the outfits that you rock on tour. Can I ask you where you get the inspiration just from that?
Oh man, probably somewhere between laziness and no, I kid. Um, I I mean the Johnny Was, which is the brand, by the way, 2-piece sort of skin tight outfits, which I bet you're referring mostly to those because those were very much in play for the last 2 years basically, and those have served me extremely well because I have about 4 of them. I call them my space suits. And they take up very little room in my carry-on, and I can swap between them every 4 shows, and it makes life good. It makes life easy. I'm complicated when it comes to what to wear on stage, in the sense of just like I'm such a simple girl. Like I wear jeans and t-shirts every day, like the same shit I've been wearing since 8th grade. Like that's what I'm up to. So for me to be like, oh shit, now I have to get dressed for the stage, like this is like a whole thing. But like I don't know, it's somewhere between like making my life easy and just looking so a little flashy, but also like myself. I don't know. I like crazy psychedelic designs without looking like wavy gravy. So I try to thread that needle.
I love it. I was so curious, and I've been all over your social media platforms, and you can feel the excitement behind your posts and your videos. So that's where I started looking at your stuff and being like, I love the outfits that she's rocking, and I want to learn more about your background. So you were born and raised in New York City, a place where most people move from all over the world to there to make their dreams come true. You also went to NYU, which is incredible. So could you share some highlights of spending all this time in New York City and maybe the influence of it?
Absolutely, my favorite subject. I mean,
Good, I'm glad.
I'm a diehard New Yorker, man. It's in my blood. It's in my veins. I am chatting with you live from New York City right now. I will never leave. They could pull me out. I'll be kicking and screaming and holding on to a piece of furniture before they get me out of the city. It's my heartbeat. It's everything. It's just like, I was super lucky, and it's not lost on me. As you say, everybody fights to be here, to come here with no roots here. Like, later today, I'm going to my parents' apartment that I was born and raised in, before seeing Brad Meldau at a jazz club. Like, this is like, I have this crazy foundation here, of like insane stability in a city that feels insanely unstable to many, and that's just not lost on me. And I've been super fortunate to have this whole world of music here, and world of collaboration, and world of friends, and obviously, the lower, middle, high school, college, and then beyond college, all, in this incredible city. And it's just like, to me, the vibe of, when you go to the suburbs or somewhere rural where, you have to, well, first of all, I have no driver's license. Okay. So that's one big, both handicap and I think it's a great handicap in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it A, keeps me bound to New York City, and B, makes it just sort of like, on tour, other people do the driving. It's not for me, but that's just one emblematic thing about it. But basically, when you go elsewhere, that vibe of just like, this is my house and my driveway and my car, and it's secluded from your house and your and you have to get in your car to go anywhere. And, it's sort of like this whole other way of living where, for me, I never had that. Like, growing up here, you just walk out of your apartment building and walk over to your friends, and like everybody's on the street all the time doing whatever. They're out, they're about. There's this spirit of connectivity without vehicles and without whatever, where you can just, be super independent at a young age. And I was, me and my friends back in the day, like we were, either at my apartment or somebody else's apartment, like shedding Warren Haynes licks and Slayer licks and doing whatever, and then going to see live music 7 nights a week.
Amazing.
Or playing it. So, this is just, it's an amazing place in the sense of, where else can you do that at such a young age and just be so independent, so young, And
right.
I grew up in a 16-floor apartment building, and I had so many friends in this apartment building that, we would just call each other, go downstairs, ride our skateboards, ride our scooters, play ball, it's
sounds so
crazy
fun.
to think that you have your neighbors above you and below you, not it's pretty amazing. It's I'm very, very grateful for, being from here and appreciating it. A lot of people I went to school with, honestly, at this point, most people have moved back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have gone to college elsewhere and come back. But, there are some who, it didn't jive with them and they've gone to live elsewhere, and that's totally cool, too. But for me, my parents are obsessed with living here, and I'm obsessed with living here. And it's cool just to have this sort of thing, we're here, baby. We love it.
Absolutely. And I say living in New York State is the best of both worlds, because you have New York City and then you have the Hudson Valley where we are. And then there's even upstate New York further up. So you can venture all out if you want to go to the city for a day or go upstate for a few hours up there. But it truly is incredible, I think, to live in New York State because there's so much here for us.
Amen. Amen. It's an incredible place. It really is. And I love the Hudson Valley.
Oh, yes, I know. We want to invite you back for sure. But I wanted to tell you, so I've personally seen Dead & Co., Fish, and tribute bands here in New York State and also in Colorado. So when I watch some of your videos of you performing, jamming with artists who most people dream of even having the opportunity to talk to them, but you get to share the stage with them, I think it's incredible. And I was wondering if you could tell me about who you have shared the stage with in the past, maybe a moment that left a special memory that you'll always cherish, that kind of vibe. I know there's a lot, probably.
I'm so fortunate to say that it's endless, right? At this point, it's just crazy to think, all of these incredible times. I was just talking to the other guys about, kind of this last year of hanging out with and performing with My Morning Jacket, which has just been so surreal to me as a lifelong fan, and the way that those guys I spent a good deal of the summer of 2024 opening for them. And then we just became fast friends. And then next thing you know, we were playing at the same festival. And then I was sitting in with them there. And I just had 2 crazy nights in October here at the Paramount in Brooklyn, where I played with them for 30 minutes a night.
Wow.
Which seemed insane. I was just this is nuts. And they were so I'd be like, okay, after sound check, I'd be like, cool, I'll leave you guys alone for a bit. And they would be like, no, please don't go. Please don't go. Please
stay here with us.
Yeah, and I did. And I don't know, it was, I was treated like the 6th member of the band in such a wholesome, lovely way by people I really idolize. And I'm not into idol worship as such, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Definitely.
I really look up to them, and I really am such a huge fan, and to be brought into their orbit at all felt incredible. And I just love each and every one of them, and it's an honor. But yeah, like you say, there's been so many that I've just been wow, but that one stands out, and that's the most kind of recent, if you will, and a big one.
Yeah, I'm glad that could stand out to you then. And we want to congratulate you on Joyride. So we know that has been such a success. It's incredible that Trey from Fish was involved in that. And I kind of wanted to dive into that. So I would love to hear from you a little bit about Joyride and your whole experience with that.
Oh, man. It's crazy now because it's almost done, but I almost finished the second record, right? Mm-hmm. And I keep thinking about Joyride, obviously, because it's my first record, and I'm like, wow, like the fact that, I know this sounds funny, but like the title, Joyride, and what that, like that was so cleverly chosen. 'Cause,
Absolutely.
boy, it was just emblematic of my whole shtick, man. Like it literally was just like, wow, like that title was heaven sent, you know, and that whole vibe of that moment and what that record meant and means, you know what I mean? It was a joyride, and I you know, I hope it's a perpetual joyride, you know, and it was so special to get to put that together, like really just coming out of the pandemic, and things were very different, and I was learning, you know, what, like, you know, what's my voice and how do I approach songwriting, and are people going to get this? And, you know, it's too poppy for the jam scene and too jammy for the pop world and too rockin' for the, you know what I mean? Like I felt like it was sort of swinging in a lot of different directions just because I like to swing in a lot of different directions musically, you know? And, but now looking back, I think I couldn't be prouder to have that as my first record. I really feel so good about it, and just so kind of like, wow, like that was epic, you know?
Yes,
and
as you should be proud.
I really love it.
Yeah,
I really love it. I'm really happy. It's cool. And now, of course, I'm trying to name the second record, and every single title I'm like, it's not as good as Joyride.
Oh.
I need a title that just like, you know, I don't know. It's, and you know, that's neither here nor there. But yes, I loved that record. I will always love that record. And some of those songs, playing them live, I'm just like, wow, like, yes, Karina, you did good with this one.
Oh
so
my God.
I felt really good. Yeah, I was very happy.
You'll do as great with the next one. You know, it seemed like it came to you easy. And with that being said, I wanted to talk about your upcoming tours and projects that you'll be working on, maybe some collabs or who you would even want to share the stage with this year.
Oh, man. I mean, you know, lots of people, but that's sort of, you know, I've never invited myself to sit in or anything like that. Like those things always like come from the other people, you know what I mean? Like I never like to foist myself. So, you know, I leave myself completely open to all possibilities in that nature. But like I said, I mean, I've been working extremely hard on this second record, and it's this close to being done. So really just kind of trying to put the bow on that. And then, you know, I hope that the second half of this year, which is, it's all yet to be announced, you know, but second half of this year, big album tour, big album push, big all of that stuff. And, you know, I haven't put out any music since Joyride. That's 2023. So this is a long time coming, and I've put my entire well-being on the line to make sure it's as dope as it can possibly be. And I'm really proud of it. And that's been my central focus for quite some time at this point. So I'm really looking forward to releasing that and just kind of, you know, pouring behind it, having a whole new, you know, crop of songs to play live and all of those things. So that's really my central focus. And then, yeah, I'm going to do a bunch of Pigeons Playing Ping Pong shows with my dear pals, those guys, in a couple weeks. And I'm stoked about that. In just a few days, I'm flying to Mexico to play the Widespread Panic Festival down there, Panic in La Playa, with my band. And I'm really looking forward to that on every level. And man, I'm taking it as it comes, you know. It's hopefully another big, you know, summer festival season like I had last year, and those things are popping up, you know, pretty consistently now too. And I don't know, I'm just happy to get to do this for my life. Like it's just, I pinch myself that this is what I get to, you know, fuss about and be preoccupied by. Like I get to be myself on stage. Like what's a bigger gift, you know?
I love that.
Crazy.
And being so grateful for that too. That's exactly how I feel being in my industry and getting to connect with great people like yourself. So heading back to your tour And you've also been to the Hudson Valley. You performed at Mountain Jam and the Bearsville Theater in Woodstock. I have to tell you that my coworker, she actually took her 2-year-old daughter to see you when you were at the Bearsville Theater because she wanted her to be influenced by you and all that you're putting out into the world. So that was the one thing that I wanted to mention to you, which is great.
No way.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
She's 2?
She's
2-year-old?
2,
That's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, and
I love that.
She took her to see you, and she wanted me to tell you that too. So could you tell me about your experience, maybe at like Mountain Jam or the Bearsville Theater, the energy there, the people, anything about that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have deep Hudson Valley roots because of Marco Benevento, who, without Marco, nobody would know who I am. Marco gave me everything. Marco, playing with Marco since I was a wee child, coming up on the 10th anniversary of being in Marco's band, by the way, which seems unfathomable that I've been able to do that with someone I admire so much for so long, but Marco lives in Saugerties, and I've had such, incredible times, staying at his house, working in his studio, playing the Colony, playing Bearsville, playing, like in Kingston, the BSP, which is no longer there, and his festival, Follow the Arrow, which is coming back this summer, and every time I get to end, Levon's Barn, forget it.
Yeah.
I mean, the list is a mile long, in terms of my Hudson Valley experiences. And I'll just say that I love coming up there, the warmth. I always describe it when I come back. It's like getting a Hudson Valley hug. I mean that. Like, that's like real talk. Everybody is just like, and it's really a beautiful thing. And everybody is so, like, it's a tight-knit community, super vibrant, super warm, a ton of incredible musicians up there, and just a general reverence for real music, and I really love that. And I'm always thrilled to go up there and see what's going on. And fun fact, the only place I've ever lived outside of New York City was in Rhinebeck for 4 months as the pandemic started at my best friend's country house. Yeah, we fled. I thought we would be there for a weekend. We were there for 4 months. So for the record, I have torn up those streets.
Oh
is
my
what
gosh.
I'm talking about. Shout out Le Petit Bistro. I mean, shout out Fortune's Ice Cream. Shout out Red Hook. Shout out, I mean, all of it. Oh God, the Red Onion, Saugerties, forget it. I love it up there.
We must be in sync or thinking alike, because that's what I was going to ask you. I know you love New York City and being there, but if you could live in the Hudson Valley, is there a certain town or village that you would want to reside in? I know you said Woodstock, you've been there, Kingston.
I'd have to, I think, realistically, I'd have to live, really close to a train station.
Yeah, maybe Beacon.
Because I can't drive. I think Rhinebeck, my roots in Rhinebeck, like my best friend Isaac, his parents have this country house up in Rhinebeck that since I was a child I've been going to. So even pre-Marco, I've had deep experiences in Rhinebeck, and my friend just got married there, and I feel really close to that town. I feel super close to that town, and just like the general environs on that side of the river. I feel very at home on both sides of the river, realistically. But
yeah,
the vibes over there, I think I'd have to go for Rhinebeck, just for the proximity to the Rhine Cliff train station and my reverence for that spot. There's something very special to me about it, and I love going up there. Love.
Oh, well, we want to invite you here, back to the Hudson Valley, to the WRRV studio. I mean, I've had such a pleasure chatting with you. I feel like we're already friends. I want to come to one of your shows. But personally, we would love to have you back here in the Hudson Valley at the WRRV studio. So whenever you want to pop in, or you now have some new friends here in Poughkeepsie, so just let us know.
I would love that. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Sign me up. I'm ready to go.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So when I come to your show, we'll chat, and then we'll go back to the station and hang out and do some cool stuff. I like that for 2026.
Perfect. I know. That's so good for us. It's so great. I'm in. Anytime.
All right, perfect. Now we're friends. It's official. Karina, I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure chatting with you, and congratulations on all of your success. I'm excited to watch it grow even more.
That's super kind of you. Thank you so much for having me. This has been a distinct pleasure, and Hudson Valley for life, dude.
Yes,
real.
I love that. Hudson Valley for life.
Yeah, dude. Big time. Big time.